21 Savage wife. I couldn't even finish reading because I did not know this man was married.
Now to our ABC News exclusive, rapper 21 Savage speaking out for the first time since his release by ICE.
Latto completely lost it when she found out that 21 Savage's wife is pregnant. This isn't an ex-wife. This is his current, legally married wife in England. Meanwhile, Latto is in America, expecting his child, believing they were building a life and a future together. She had no idea that 21 Savage was already involved in a separate family situation across the ocean. On March 20th, Latto revealed her pregnancy along with the announcement of her new album, Big Mama, which is set to release in late May. The announcement included photos showing 21 Savage's tattooed hand and pictures of her baby, making it clear that he is the father and that they were supposedly sharing this experience as a couple. What Latto didn't mention was that 21 Savage is still married. His wife is also expecting a child, which means that the man Latto thought was fully committed to her has never truly been available in that way. Learning this, Latto was shocked and devastated. It's also important to remember that 21 Savage was born in London, England, and moved to Atlanta as a child. Despite living in the U.S. for years, he never became an American citizen, which adds another layer to his complex personal life.
Morning, George. Yes, he was born in England, but 21 Savage says he is from Atlanta. He says it's where he grew up, starting in first grade.
The truth about 21 Savage's past came out in 2019 when I arrested him. The world was shocked to learn that the rapper everyone assumed was from Atlanta was actually born in England and living in the U.S. on an expired visa. The news quickly became a meme, but it also revealed how much of his personal life he had kept private. One of the biggest secrets was his marriage to Kayana Joseph, which happened quietly in 2020. They had 2 sons together, and most people believed the marriage was for love. In 2023, Kayana filed for divorce, but the process was never finalized. 3 years later, in 2026, they are still legally married. Now, sources say Kayana is pregnant again with 21 Savage's child, while he is publicly in a relationship with Latto. Latto herself just announced her pregnancy, and that's when she realized she wasn't the only woman expecting his child, and she isn't even the wife. Her reaction was intense. She reportedly confronted him immediately, demanding answers about why he never mentioned that his divorce wasn't complete, and why he allowed her to announce a pregnancy, while he is still married to someone else who is also pregnant. Latto and 21 Savage only went public on Instagram in 2025 after months of dating. During that time, he never told her he was still legally married or that Kayana was expecting. Latto learned about this the same way everyone else did, through rumors, family sources, and whispers that the woman he claimed to have divorced is actually carrying his child. The revelation was devastating. She realized that 21 Savage could never fully commit to her, and even if the divorce eventually goes through, his life is already tied to someone else. What Latto thought was the start of a shared future turned out to be just a part of his larger, hidden family story.
I mean this deeply, and it's going to be the quiet, harsh part out loud. It is not something to be celebrated to be the mistress baby mama. And watching people kind of make up this narrative in their head that like, oh, 21 Savage is gonna leave his wife that he's been legally married to for how many years now? Let's say 5.
The shock for Latto isn't just about 21 Savage being married. It's about the betrayal and the lies. He let her fall in love, get pregnant, and even announce her pregnancy publicly, all while knowing that his legal wife back in England was also expecting a child. For most people, the obvious question is why he didn't tell Latto the truth. Why would he let her believe they had a future together when, in reality, he was still legally tied to someone else? The answer lies in the complicated details of his personal life and legal situation. His divorce from Kayana Joseph has been pending for 3 years, not because of lingering feelings or emotional issues, but as part of a legal strategy. Now, with Kayana pregnant again, maintaining that marriage has become even more critical for his immigration status in the United States. This means that he couldn't openly tell Latto, "I'm staying married for legal and citizenship reasons." Admitting that his marriage was partly about immigration while simultaneously getting Latto pregnant would have revealed a truth too messy to share. So instead he stayed silent. He let Latto believe he was single. He let her believe they were building a life together and that marriage was possible. She got pregnant thinking she was a priority, only to realize later that she was not. His legal wife and his immigration concerns were always at the center of his decisions, while Latto was just the girlfriend, expecting a child with a man who was legally unavailable. The situation is made even more complicated by the international angle. Latto now has to process that the man she trusted and believed in has a secret life overseas. The marriage in England, the pending divorce, and the new pregnancy all cast a shadow over what she thought was the start of her family. The heartbreak isn't just about him being married. It's about realizing she was never truly the priority.
Immigration and Customs Enforcement has taken Grammy-nominated rapper 21 Savage into custody. ICE says the rapper is a UK resident living in the US illegally.
Kiana is extremely important to 21 Savage for legal reasons. If he were deported back to England, his entire career in America, including everything he built in the Atlanta hip-hop scene, could collapse. Staying in the U.S. is essential, and Kiana, as the mother of his children, gives him the strongest legal argument to remain. Latto, even though she has been dating him publicly for 6 months and is pregnant with his child, does not have the same legal significance. When it came down to choosing between finalizing his divorce to be with Latto or keeping his marriage to protect his career, he chose his career. By staying legally married to Kiana and having another child with her, he strengthened his legal position. Latto's heartbreak comes from realizing she was never truly his priority. She was competing with his legal obligations and immigration strategy, not just being another woman in his life.
21 Savage was arrested by ICE. Claim him.
The situation with 21 Savage's English wife isn't just about where he was born. It's about why he will never legally leave Kiana, no matter how he feels about Latto. Latto is pregnant with the child of a married man, a man who cannot divorce his wife because his legal and professional life in the U.S. depends on staying married. At the same time, Kiana is also expecting another child. Latto had announced her pregnancy as if it marked the beginning of a new family, as if she and 21 were building a life together. Now she's realizing she's part of a complicated side situation, while Kiana remains the official legal wife. There is nothing Latto can do to change that. She is already pregnant, has made it public, and is tied to 21 for the long term through her child. The shock for Latto hit hard when she learned about Kiana's pregnancy. She cannot undo her pregnancy, she cannot compete with a wife who has legal and immigration power, and she cannot demand marriage because 21 Savage literally cannot marry her without jeopardizing his status. Latto has a successful career of her own, but being involved with a married man who already has children has created a public relations nightmare she wasn't prepared for. She has been criticized for getting pregnant by someone who was legally unavailable, and the criticism is valid. The heartbreak isn't only about betrayal. It's about realizing that her future is permanently connected to a man who was never going to commit to her the way she believed. Latto is expecting, Kiana is expecting, and 21 Savage remains legally married with no plans to finalize the divorce, as his career and immigration status depend on keeping that marriage intact.
Already made her decisions. I say this as someone who's watching young girls again, so like, no, he's gonna leave his wife. They're not. They never leave their wives for that mistress. Maybe they leave their wife and they get with somebody else later, but they never leave it for that mistress. Very rarely does it ever happen.
Latto was completely devastated when she realized the harsh truth. She was never 21 Savage's priority. Marriage was never an option for her, and the man she got pregnant with is already building a family with his legal wife while keeping her as his public girlfriend. The real question isn't whether 21 played Latto. He clearly did. The question is whether she had any idea he was still married and chose to ignore it, or if he genuinely hid Kiana's ongoing role in his life. The way Kiana reacted shows a lot. When Latto announced her pregnancy, Kiana didn't react angrily or publicly object. She liked the post and even showed support, signaling that she was confident her position as the legal wife was secure no matter what 21 did with Latto. That confidence highlights a hard truth Latto had to learn the hard way. Being 21 Savage's girlfriend means very little when you're competing with the woman who controls his legal and immigration status. Latto may be carrying his baby, but Kiana carries both his child and the power that keeps him in America. In that dynamic, the girlfriend rarely wins. Eventually, Latto's heartbreak may fade. She will have the baby, and she and 21 Savage might work things out, or they might not. But one reality won't change. 21 Savage was never going to marry Latto. His marriage to Kiana, which protects his career and legal status, will continue regardless of how many other women get pregnant.